Hey, it's Mr. Herm with another video. This time we're going to talk about some increase of a price of something. So this one is, in this particular case, we have a 17% increase. This is kind of hard to see the whole thing, unfortunately, because I didn't make it fit. So it's saying after a 17% increase, the price of a jacket is now $54.83. What was the original price of the jacket? That's the question we're being asked. So based on that increase, so let's go back to here. Let's try and figure this out. Seems like if it's an increase, remember we talked about increases being adding 100 because you're taking 100. So I'm going to do 100 plus 17 to get 117% as the cost right now. That's the new cost with the increase. So that's going to be the first part, which is 117 over 100. That's my percent. The other part is going to be the cost. So 54.83 is 117%, so it goes on top. My original price was lower than this. It went up. See how this is higher and that's higher? This is lower, that's lower. They match up across. So now I got to do some math. So let's see what we got here. We got, let's go with, I don't know too many ways to get this to work without dividing this. We could cross multiply. This is a tricky one because these aren't really 117 is not an easy number to work with. Made this problem a little harder on purpose, so let's deal with how hard it is. So let's cross multiply. We get 117x equals 5483, and then we divide by 117. And since we can't use a calculator for this kind of problem, we're going to go over and divide it right here. So let's divide the 5483 by 117. Now remember, we want to go to the thousands place again because we want to round to the nearest hundredths place. So we'll see how far that takes us. Going to need a couple zeros there for sure, though. So add this here and bring it up. So probably going to go this many at least, right? Looks like it'll be that many. So let's figure out first, does it go into 5? No. 54? No. 548? Definitely it does. So we're going to need to do a little math here. So I'm going to take 117. And I tend to start, since it's kind of halfway, I look at 11 into 54. The first two numbers in that one, and that would be 5. So I'm going times 5. So 117 times 5 is 585. That's too big, isn't it? Shoot. So we got to try something smaller. So 117 times 4. Let's do the math on that. That's going to be 468. All right, that one is going to work. Good. So times 4 goes right here, and it goes above the 8. Make sure you put it in the right place. Above the 8. So 4 times 117 is 468. Let's subtract that, and we get, let's see, 3803. I'm sorry, 80. Bring the 3 down. I was a little ahead of myself there. Bring the 3 down. Good. Now we got to figure out how many times 117 goes into 803. My guess would be, let's see, 7 times maybe? Let's try 7. So 117 times 7. And let's see what that gives us. That'd be 819, wouldn't it? 49, 7, yep, 819. That's too big, darn it. Now we got to go with 6. So 117 times 6. And I'm going to move this over so you can see all these things I'm doing over here in case you're not. I'm going to do some more here because I like to have them handy. That way, when you're doing the problems, you can refer back to them for another number, which you're going to need later probably anyway. So 117 times 6, and that is 702. That'll work just fine. So 6 and 702. Let's subtract that, and we get 101. Bring down to 0. Into here. What do we think? We know 6 was no good. 7 is 8. I bet you can go one more. Let's go 9. My guess is 9 would work. Because, actually, what about 8? I skipped 8. We should try 8 first. Let's try 8. 117 times 8 is 936. 936. That is as close as we can get, actually. We can't do the 9. Never mind. I'm going to go with this one. So, times 8 is 936. Subtract, and that's 474. Bring down to 0. We got to go 2 more. We got to round this to a price. 74 and 40. So then we go from there. Can we use anything we used already here? Oh, look at this one right here. 117 times 6 is 702. Perfect. So 6, and that's 702. Subtract that, and we get 38. Now we got to go one more. We're almost done. The fun is about to end, folks. Sorry. And then let's see. Can we get something close to this? These are all too big. Got to go smaller. Let's try and go with, let's see, I'd say 111 into 38 is 3 times, so let's go 3. So let's change this to a 3 since I didn't use it. 117 times 3, 3 times 21, 351. That'll work. So we got 3 and 351. Don't need to subtract because I'm looking at this number just for rounding purposes. So I have 46.86. So the price is approximately 46.86 before the 17% increase.